Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is CERT Instructor Ron. Hey, it's something I want to talk to everybody about today, and a lot of you may find this important. Um, they're going to go up in price on ham, on the license for that, and at this point in time, if you take a test with ham, it's $15. You pass it, they get the paperwork together and they send you, your license via email and you can print it off or whatever. So at this point in time, it's $15, and every time you take a test, you have to go back. Perhaps if you get your technician class and then get your general and then your extra. And just for your information, the technician gives you the ability to get on towers and broadcast. So that's a good one. And the same thing for the general, but additionally, the general gives you more high frequency HF, as we typically call it, which is basically radio in the AM band, which travels a whole lot further than FM, and then extra gives you even more bandwidth than the general, and that's the three classes. But they also have GMRS, and at that radio, if you get that license, right now it's about $70, and it's not bad. 10 years, so $7 a year, so roughly 50 cents a month, which is a pretty good deal. You don't get much bandwidth, and most of that's going to be in the UHF, which is the ultra high frequency, and you do have some channels that you can set up on a repeater and talk 40, maybe 50 miles, 60, in some cases even further. Just depends on how flat it is. It's all line of sight with those repeaters. So same thing in ham, just a heck of a lot more bandwidth in ham, and there's a lot more repeaters. So that's a big difference. You don't have the bandwidth in GMRS that you do in ham, and so a lot of people will buy their GMRS license. But the caveat is, come April the 15th, from what I understand, April the 15th of 2022, what's going to happen is that the prices on your licenses are going to change. So those of you that have been holding out to get their GMS license, you're only going to pay half of that, which is $35, and that's for 10 years. So if you don't get it for 10 years for $35, uh, you need to examine your head. But really good deal as far as I'm concerned. Now I'm a licensed ham operator, general class, and I'm also GMS. And the one thing that you can do, and I know a lot of you are tired of talking about Zello. I love Zello. It's not the best thing, but it's a good thing when it works. And it's dependent upon data. So if the data goes down, forget Zello. But what you can do, and I have a channel that was set up for this, and anyways, you can get a box and hook it up to the internet and broadcast to your repeater through a radio and get the signal out that way. So that if somebody has your Zello channel, and of course they're going to have to be a licensed operator to use it for GMS or ham, but you can actually get on the repeater and talk to people. So if I have my GMS radio here and you have Zello, then you can talk on Zello and I'll hear you on that radio. And so it's a really good deal. So yeah, I'd advise people to get involved in Zello. The Zello works is, I think, what they call it. You have to have a license to have it. Now with my 501c3, we were exempt, and we did it for a while. And there's other programs, I won't name them, but they're not as good as Zello. So if you have your phone with you, and I'm here at my house, and I'm listening to the repeater, and of course you have it hooked up through Zello, you could be in New Mexico or maybe Russia, maybe not Russia now, but anyways, anywhere across the world, and get on my repeater and talk to me here in the Oklahoma City area. So it's a really neat deal to have. So if you travel and go places, you can talk to people back home on the radio through your Zello. So it's a really neat thing to have. So again, I'll be looking to set something up probably in the next year through Zello myself. But the good thing is that anybody that gets their license can get on the air. But you can use Zello, but you have to be a licensed user to use that Zello program to respond to my radio or whoever's radio. So that's a caveat. Get your license. Only if you get your GMRS, which is good. It's maybe adequate in some cases. A lot of off-roaders are using it back west and other places. So it's beginning to get more popular. You don't have to study for a test. You just pay the fee, which is $35 starting on April 15th, 2022. And they're going to send you an email and they're going to give you your call sign. And once you get that email with your call sign, you can broadcast on the radio. And we do nets once a week here. And there's a lot of people that get their GMRS license and then go ahead and say, Hammond's much better than GMRS. And I know somebody's going to want to argue. I'm not going to argue with you when you don't know, but it's much better. And they'll upgrade and get their technicians, and from there they'll get their generals so they can speak to people in Costa Rica or somewhere in Western Europe or wherever. So it's a good program. It's a thing that's changing. So the price is cut in half. So now it's half off. We'll say half off special per se. So it's a good thing to go ahead and get it now. And when the price changes, and I think you'll enjoy it. So it's a good thing. If you get your ham license, you get a whole lot more like Echolink and Peanut, and you can get on repeaters all around the world and talk to people. So it's a good thing. So I'm just going to say that, and I'm going to end it. And if you like and subscribe to my videos, that's great. I'm not going to beg you to, but I'd appreciate it if you do. I'll keep bringing you videos. If you have a subject you want to talk about and cover, let me know. So again, download Zello, use it on your phone now, get familiar with it, and then take it from there. And again, if you're a CERT member, download Zello. Get your fellow CERT members and teams involved. Talk to your people about it, and talk to emergency management or fire departments or whoever you're dealing with, and tell them about Zello. I've been using Zello now for 7 years with a fire department in Alabama, and a lot of times when they have bad weather, I'll do their radar for them. So it's an excellent program, can be used by a lot of people, either professional people or just normal people. And so it's a good program. And that's all I got. So please like and subscribe. If you have any questions you want to ask or comments, email me, whatever. I'll put that on the link too. And you can email me or ask me a question. And again, this is CERT Instructor Ron, and I'm going to say adios and out for the day. Take care.